Atlanta Motor Speedway is next on the Castrol Edge Nationwide Series. It's the running of the Cracker Barrel 300. Here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Hot Atlanta, as it is called. On the pole for today's event at 204 miles an hour, it is Drew Austin in the number 7 car. Alongside of him in the 12 is Joshua Michaels. Row 2 has Daniel Day in the 2 car, and alongside of him the 18 of Nick Nealman. Row number 3, the 55 of Cameron Gilson, alongside of him Jacob Lawler in the 99. Next row down is Rohit Vaderview in the 54. He starts inside of row 4. Beside him in the 33, John Acosta in the Hunt Brothers Pizza entry. Row number 5, Amy Bush in the 23. A good qualifying run for her. And beside her, it is Kyle Austin, one of the ones to look for this weekend. Or one to watch this week today at Atlanta. And here comes the command to fire them up.
Drivers, start your engines!
Even the fire the engines. The next row down in row number 6. It is the Shears siblings. Super Shears, Dougie Shears in the 77 and the 79 of his sister Lisa Shears. Here in all Shears row 6. Row 7 has the 22 of Dylan Young and the 19 of our Daytona winner, Angel Navarro. Then it's Dylan Ogo in the 3 and the 13 of the car he calls Jenny Joe, Joshua Collard. Inside and row number 8. Field rounding corner number 4. The pace car ducks off on the pit road. And from a spectator view, this is what the Cracker Barrel 300 looks like as the green flag waves. We are underway at Atlanta. Drew Austin leads him down to turn number 1. And running close behind second place, Daniel Day in the 2 car. Paris Chevrolets in row number 1 as the two about tandem drafted away from each other as they come out of corner number 4. And here comes the 2 of Daniel Day diving inside of Drew Austin. Austin leads the first lap of the race. But 3 wide right behind for 3rd position. That's Amy Bush in the 23. She's looking very racy here today. One of the rookies in the field. As she puts her number 23 in the number 3 position right now, going by Rohit Vaderview in the 54. And Dylan Young following her in the 22 car. 23 and 22 right together, and Amy's now all of a sudden going decides to draft off the 7 of Drew Austin as she tries to go for the lead position here. Amy Bush hasn't led a lap so far this season, by the way. But that could change here if she can get the pass on Drew Austin for the lead as they go down to turn number 3 here. And she's going to get the shove in the 22 of one of the veterans, Dylan Young. Or will Dylan go for the lead himself? Looks like he will. He'll make a 3 wide come out of turn number 4. And Amy Bush has led her first lap of her career in the Nationwide Series. But here comes Dylan Young diving inside in the 22 car. Oh, we got problems in turn number 1. Oh, Taylor Acosta in the 30, 20 of 15 of Jared Stone's in it. Julian Wilson in the 20. Lisa Shears damaged up bad. Dalton Day's got damage on his car. 74 of Steve Pollard. Charles Jackson, I think he might have some damage in his Jeremy Clements machine. Everybody else looks clean, so we'll... And the leader of the race, I believe... Leader of the race is Dylan Young in the 22. Let's look again as to what happened in turn number 1. And it was in this batch of cars right there. Nicole Williams in the 10. She's going to make a 4 wide into turn number 1. But before she makes it 4 wide, yeah, Charles Jackson nails Taylor Acosta. And Nick Nealon got into the wall in turn number 1 as well. But those guys, they got worst end of this deal. Ooh, Julian Wilson, he nailed Jared Stone in the 15. Lisa Shears in the 79, she got damaged up bad in it. But I believe Lisa got the hardest hit of the bunch. On board with Lisa Shears in the 79. Let's go for a ride. They crash right up ahead of her and surprise. Green flag about to happen here in about another half lap. It's Dylan Young in the lead. In fact, the pair of Dylans actually in the front two spots. Dylan Young, the veteran, in the lead in the 22 car. Then Dylan Ogo in the 3. The third position is Daniel Day. Fourth is Stephen Pollard the third. Kyle Austin in 5th position. 6th is Tim Gardner. 7th is Amy Bush. 8th is Jacob Lawler. 9th, Russ Batson. And 10th position is the pole sitter, Drew Austin. 8 laps down in the books, and we have 22 to go here at the Cracker Barrel 300. Boy, Dylan Ogo, he was ready for Dylan Young on the start. Let's see if he gets the push from his teammate Kyle Matthew or Daniel Day, excuse me, ESPN fail. But Dylan Young, he's kept the lead, but here comes Daniel Day in the 2 on the inside. He's led a lap so far in this race. Stephen Pollard the third in the 24 car. That's the Blake Cook machine for SR2 Motorsports, and he is going to try to make a case for the lead now as he's got the push from the 62 of Tim Gardner. And right behind him, Jacob Lawler in the 99 in the Alex Bowman colors. All packed up tightly at over 200 miles an hour here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And I see why a lot of drivers think Atlanta's a fun place to race. And certainly proven so right now. And Tim Gardner comes back to lead this lap of the race here. 10 laps down, 20 to go. But look at this, 3 wide, about 2 or 3 rows deep. That's Drew Austin in the 7 car. He makes the move to the inside of Dylan Young and Stephen Pollard III, and now he's going to make a try on Jacob Lawler for second. But all the while, it's letting Dougie Shears and Joshua Collard in the mix now. Collard in the car he calls Jenny Joe, number 13 for Jennifer Jo Cobb Racing, which now is a 2-car team this season, as you well know, with him and the 10 of Nicole Williams. And Joshua going for the lead here as he decides he wants to join this 5-car battle for the lead. And he dives inside of Dougie Shears and the 62 of Tim Gardner. And boy, just here, look, and now he's going to feel the pressure from Cameron Gilson in the 55 car. And oh, Gilson almost made it 4 wide down there in the middle of 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Drew Austin has the lead now back in the number 7 car for JR Motorsports, the Tax Slayer Chevrolet. Drew comes by to lead another lap, but Joshua Collard's on his heels right now in at number 13. And Collard goes for the lead now. Rest of the field just battles back behind him, 3 by 3 by 3. But here comes Joshua Collard inside in the car here as he's going to bring Jenny Joe to the lead. It's not led a lap so far this season, by the way, neither. But it will here at Atlanta as Joshua Collard leads the lap. But Dylan Young closing right in the 22 car. Dylan always very, very tough in that Mustang. As now it's a forward battle here in the backstretch. Dylan Young and Joshua Collard, 2 of the big names in NR 2003 racing. And it's Dylan Young to the lead now. And look at and we talk about the other Jennifer Jo Cobb truck. Well, there it is, or I should say, there it is. That's Nicole Williams in the 10, and she goes for the lead. Nicole's been one of the ones to watch this season so far, not just in Nationwide, but in Cup as well. And her maiden voyage in those two series have produced some terrific results. Well, you want proof? Look at the Daytona 500, where she won the race. But Nicole right now going for the lead on Angel Navarro in the 19. And it's Nicole Williams now out in front, but not for long, because here comes Drew Austin in the 7. And he's going to make the battle for the leader. So Nicole stay at the lead, won't be for long. But now here comes Austin and Williams side by side, and it's Drew Austin leading the lap by just inches. But meanwhile, bouncing off each other here for the Stephen Pollard, the 3rd, he about tapped Nicole Williams in the back end. But the 11 car now diving inside, that's Cody Lamas in the 11 in the One Main Financial Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. Ford in first, or Chevrolet in first, a Ford in second, a Toyota in third, then a pair of Chevrolets duel it out for fourth, and throw a Toyota in on the battle with Jacob Budd in the 14 car. And now John Acosta throws himself in the mix too, and John says, "This is fun, I want to join in too." And he brings a Hunt Brothers Pizza entry into the number 2 position, I believe it is. All the while, Drew Austin's loving all this. He's saying, "You go ahead and battle back there, guys. I want to take off and win this thing here." And Austin's got, this time, that'll be 10 laps to go to try to hold them all off. But these guys, they're not giving up. They're like a pack of wolves on a thing of... Well, never mind. Anyway. They're like a pack of wolves out there going for the win is what I'm saying is. But Cody Lamas here... whoa! Cody Lamas made a crossover move on Jacob Budd in the 14 car. Lamas going for 3rd position. He's going to have it. But now Nicole Williams in the 10. She just decides to put herself back into the mix too, trying to get herself back into contention. But you got some new players back there. Craig Batson in the 43, he's right up there. The 87 of Mark Matthews, Keith Batson in the 6, Kyle Austin in the 89. As we look at Keith Batson in the 6, Keith won at Rockingham. He hopes to go for number 2. Oh, and hit Baderby, about got turned coming out of turn number 4. He's saved that stuff, man. I don't do it as good as Charles Jackson does, but still. But Rohit now dropped back to just about outside the top 20 almost, as he's following the 74 car of Steve Pollard. But boy, what a mess. But there's Samuel Ogo in the 1. He goes by Dylan Ogo in the 3. But now Batson in the 6 and Nicole Williams in the 10. They've both been shoved up high. And now it's letting Kyle Austin in the mix now in the 89 car. But all may not be lost for the Batsons, because here comes Craig Batson. That's Keith's father. And he's right there behind Drew Austin in the 7. But now Mark Matthews in the 87. He decides to spoil the mix here. And makes it 3 wide for 3rd. And all the while, the lead is now John Acosta in the 33. 5.5 laps to go this time by, but Drew Austin, he's not giving up. Neither is Craig Batson. Neither is Mark Matthews. Five to go here at Hot Atlanta. Samuel Ogo, he makes his presence felt now in the top 10 now. He's right there. He's right there in 80. And Samuel in the 0-1 car. There he is, right there. Daniel Day dives inside. Meanwhile, 3 wide between Jacob Budd, Keith Batson, and Cody Lamas in the 11. And now Russ Batson in the 16. It's another Batson doobie car with Roush Yates horsepower. And he's making his presence felt now in the top 10. Thanks to Rohit Baderview in the 54 car, who almost got turned about a couple of laps ago. But now Rohit sticks his nose to the inside of that Toyota, and he's going to go 3 wide again between the Batsons. But meanwhile, the battle for the win is shaping up. Craig Batson in the 43 goes inside of Drew Austin. Lap traffic up ahead. 4 lap traffic cars, that is. That may play a pivotal role in this race here as they come for 2 laps to go. They're going to catch the lap traffic, but the question is, where are they going to catch them? Kyle Austin, 89, dives inside now. Samuel Ogo, he makes his presence felt now in the top 3. This time by me the white flag. It'll be 1 lap remaining. Kyle Austin dives inside of Craig Batson for the lead. He's got it. Out of corner number 4 they come. The white flag waves. It'll be 1 more lap remaining here at Atlanta. Can Kyle Austin hold them all up for his first ever win? Or Samuel Ogo, he's more likely to sneak in and just spoil all this. But it doesn't look like they're going to catch the lap traffic here in the third and fourth turns now. But here comes Samuel Ogo. He dives inside of Kyle Austin. Here they come out the 4th corner. Austin and Ogo side by side. Kyle Austin wins here at Atlanta. Kyle Austin, car number 89, takes the win in the Cracker Barrel 300. What a finish. What racing we saw too. Atlanta just never disappoints. And the last bunch of cars going right by. But Kyle Austin takes his cool down lap of honor as he crosses the start-finish line again. And deservedly so. Made the move at the right time to take home the victory here today. Average speed 158.852. 3 margin victory 0.03 of a second. That's very close. And there's your results. Kyle Austin takes the win. Samuel Ogo second. Jacob Budd third. Drew Austin, ever having such a dominating car, ends up 4th. Craig Batson 5th. John Acosta 6th. 7th was Mark Matthews. Daniel Day 8th. 9th was Cody Lamas, and 10th Rohit Baderview. Then Tim Gardner in 11th. Kyle Matthews 12th. 13th Joshua Michaels. Jacob Lawler 14th. 15th Jake Williams. 16th Austin Ogo. 17th Dougie Shears. 18th Dylan Young. 19th Keith Batson. And Angel Navarro comes home in 20th. And here's the rest of the finishing order. Down to 28th was Cameron Gilson. And the rest of the finishing order right here. And Dalton Day certainly ain't going to be happy with that finish in 38th. But of course that was all because of a crash. But it is Kyle Austin who takes the win here today in car number 89. And there's your results after... your points as they are right now after 4 races. Drew Austin now has a 43-point lead on Angel Navarro. Kyle Austin moves up into 3rd with that win. So the top 3 drivers in the points have all won a race this season. Daniel Day 4th, Joshua Michaels 5th, Rohit Baderview 6th, then Cody Lamas, Kyle Matthews, Dylan Young, and Austin Ogo the top 10. There's the rest, and Joshua Collard and Jenny Joe just down in 20th spot. And down to Jeff James in 38th position. Next race on the tour for Nationwide Cars, Bristol Motor Speedway, the Food City 250. Don't miss it.